This week is Brothers.Vayigash. If we look at chapter 45, verse 14, as the brothers reunite with Joseph, there's a very emotional scene where Yosef and his maternal brother, Binyamin, hug each other and cry on each other's necks. V'yipal tzavare Binyamin machiv, v'yavach Binyamin bacha al tzavarav. And one can understand that they share a loss that no other brothers share. Their mother has died. Yosef has been without his brother Binyamin for so long, and Binyamin's been without his brother Yosef for so long. And so finally, after so much loss, they come together, and of course, who wouldn't cry? Rashi brings a midrash that tells us that they were crying with the prophecy that the Beit HaMikdash, which is symbolic of the neck, the holy temple, that the Beit HaMikdash, the holy temple that we built in Benjamin's territory, the two of those will be destroyed. And the Mishkan, the tabernacle, the temporary Beit HaMikdash, which was in Shiloh, in Yosef's territory, would be destroyed. So they saw a future spiritual pain, that the pain that they had experienced wasn't over yet. Lubavitcher Rebbe asked the following question. He said, if they're crying over each other's pain in this medrash, that they're crying over the loss of the future of each other's loss of the temple, why didn't they just cry for their own temple? Why did they cry for the other? So Lubavitcher Rebbe posits the following idea. Why do we cry? Often it can be a release, an emotional release, and we do feel a little bit better. And so when we're going through pain and we cry, it's a release. But when we're crying to solve a problem, that doesn't usually help. And so Yosef is not crying for his own problems, he's crying for his brother's problems. And his brother's doing the same. During this very difficult time, there are families who have lost parents, there are orphans, there are people who have lost family members. I just saw a television piece where the doctor had to break the news to a hostage who had just been returned that their family members are no longer alive. And how do you fix that for them? You can't. But what we can do, and we learn from Yosef, Binyamin, is to have empathy for the other. To say, I'm here for you in your tsar, in your pain, in your distress. That's what we can do. I saw posted by my good friends and colleagues who run a website, or not a website, a WhatsApp group called Only Good News from Israel. The residents of Berry, who have been displaced for 2 months, who have been staying in a hotel or hotels down at the Dead Sea, have been taken so good care of that this past week, they hosted a dinner for all the entire hotel staff to show their appreciation. Amazing. Being there for others. Crying for ourselves doesn't help. Crying for others, that's important. Showing up for others, that's important. If you like what you hear, please pass it on, and may soon all the hostages be returned safely to their families, and may all the Israeli soldiers return home safely to their families. Shabbat Shalom.